Jayson Sidhu here again with Keller Williams Realty, and today I'm bringing you a market update for May 2016. But before we begin, I want to refer you to two links on the blog. First, if you're looking to sell a home, click here, and if you're looking to purchase a home, click here. Okay, so market update for May 2016, and the market is now shifting a little bit. And this is a trend I want to watch for the next 30, 60, 90 days before we can identify something significant here. But the update I'm going to give you is for North Delta specifically, and it's a very boots on the ground type of update based on what I see being in the industry and in the market every day. So coming out of this weekend, today's May the 10th, coming out of this past weekend, this was the first weekend in all of 2016 where we've seen buyers making offers on properties for below the asking price and with offers that also contain contingencies like financing, inspection, those sorts of things. So returning back to a bit of a normalized market, whereas February, March, we were seeing, and even April, we were seeing offers that were substantially above asking price, multiple offer type of a situation, and offers that were ultimately unconditional. We've seen a change in that, and I'm going to throw up a graph to illustrate this. So have a look at this chart. This is a sales, listings, and active inventory graph for North Delta only, and it's specifically for 2016. The top line is for new listings, the middle blue line is for active listings, and the bottom yellow-green line is for the sales. So if you go back to January, you can see that the market was starting to pick up. It got really hot in February and March. Sales were quite high against the new listings and ultimately against active listings. Now look at April. Look how the inventory has spiked for new listings. 184 new listings came on the market, and subsequently the active listings has followed as the sales have leveled off. We've seen 184 new listings come on the market here in Delta. That's the highest level of new listings on the market in any one given month in over 24 months. So listings have spiked, active listings have followed, and sales have leveled off. That can only mean one thing. Now the buyers have more selection, and ultimately we're seeing it's really the law of supply and demand. There's more supply now, and subsequently buyers have more time to make decisions. I think the trend, if we follow that simple law, would be that we would see a softening in values, or at least a leveling off in values. The second graph here is a sales to active listings ratio, again specifically for North Delta. It's interesting to note that really a 15 to 20% ratio on this scale, on this graph, would mean we were in a balanced market. So if you look going back 12 months, really North Delta's been in a seller's market going back 12 months easily. But look to December, January, February, March of these past few months. 79, 85, 89, 95% of listings were being sold against the active inventory. It's really quite astonishing. Now look at April. We've plummeted down to 68%. So the listings have spiked, and then the sales against the active listings has plummeted. So this is a trend I want to continue to follow. We're still in a seller's market, but we want to keep track of this over the next 30, 60, 90 days. And if we see this trend continue, then we're definitely seeing a shift in the marketplace, okay? Last graph I want to show you is the benchmark price here in Delta. This goes back to 12 months. So we see the trend or the value going from 600,000 to approximately 800,000 over the last 24 months, with the bulk of that growth being in the last 3 to 4 months. And as we all know, the market has been incredibly hot and we've seen values shoot up. The trend that we want to watch now over the next 30, 60, 90 days is what's happening with that benchmark price. And if it starts to level off, we know that the market's cooling. And if the inventory continues to grow and the sales remain steady, expect the benchmark price here in Delta to, again, level off. So very timely advice. You're not going to hear about this on the news hour. This is today's boots on the ground type of information. I want to bring this to you first. So again, in a nutshell, inventory is way, way up. Sales have leveled off. The buyers have more inventory, more selection. They're making offers that are now below the asking price with contingencies. We're seeing a shift away from what was the wild, wild west for the last 30, 60, 90 days. Okay, so if you have any questions, please reach out to me at the contact information below. I'm happy to help in any way I can. And of course, if you're seeking to buy or sell, please reach out to me. I'm here to help. That's it for now. I'll look forward to seeing you again soon.